What's by this Jen, and welcome back to a new reaction video, and today we are reacting to the original Season 1, Episode 5, Sinners and Saints. The usual saying is saints and sinners, so let's see what's going on in Sinners and Saints. Last episode was Girl in New Orleans. We had the whole festival going on, we had the whole Klaus, lots of Klaus. Elijah woke up in the last episode. He looked a little weird, but I feel like he's going to look better in this episode, and I wonder what he's gonna do. I just wonder what he's gonna do, but yeah, I've been liking this season so far. I mean, we're only at episode 5. It just feels like so long because I'm watching the same universe. I've watched I've watched about 9 episodes. I think I watched 4 episodes of Vampire Diaries, and then now it's my 5th episode of original. So this is like the 9th episode I've seen of like the universe. So that's probably why it seems like I've been watching it for longer than I am. But no, only episode 5 of the originals and only episode 4 of Vampire Diaries. So yeah, anyway, let's go ahead, see what it's going to be about, and full reaction on Patreon. Is she nervous? You're looking at her neck? I think he needs to feed. He needs to feed. Oh.
Yes, I believe that you and I have the power to end a war between witches and vampires before it truly begins. I, by keeping my brother in line, you by behaving as your true self, not some tool for Marcel or the witches.
And why should I trust you?
Well, for one thing, in spite of a ravenous hunger, I have not tried to take your blood.
Oh. Better be careful, because one drop of that, you'll probably go crazy, to be honest. Oh! He's gonna get his color back. There we go.
There. Haley and I are linked. Remember? She dies, I die.
Then who were they?
They're a faction of extremists. Sabine stupidly told them about some vision she had about the baby.
What kind of vision?
She has them all the time. They're totally open to interpretation. I'm guessing she's wrong on this one.
Wow, 8 months ago. Okay. What does that mean you're an advocate for? What does that mean?
Drink up, everybody! This is how they party in Rio!
She seemed a lot more carefree.
My sister was devoted like our parents, and our upbringing was very strict, which drove me nuts. The minute I turned 21,
Julie
I left the
Plec.
border
I
to
see
travel.
Julie Plec's name like in a lot of stuff, like Vampire Diaries. Uh-oh.
The elders called a vote. We're moving forward with the harvest.
Oh.
What?
What the bloody hell is a harvest?
It's a ritual our coven does every 3 centuries so that the bond to our ancestral magic is restored.
Ritual
we appease
for
our
what?
ancestors, they keep our ancestral power flowing.
Why haven't I heard of this?
Because the harvest always seemed like a myth. I thought it was a myth.
Was it?
Marcel! Bit early in the day for you, isn't it?
I know, I make this look easy, but I still have an empire to run.
Just assistant.
Rather you than me. All that responsibility seems like such a bore.
Here to visit your prisoner in the attic?
Lay off. She's not a prisoner, and I'm moving her tonight. Too many people know where she is.
I have been hearing about what you've been up to since I've been out of town. Using that girl to keep the witches from doing magic?
All respect, Father K. If you're gonna defend the witches' rights, we got nothing to talk about. Good news, little D. I'm moving you out of this pile of dust.
Are you serious? When?
Tonight, I just need to lock in the arrangements.
Elijah.
How's our original?
Don't disturb the body. I have a spell in progress.
You and Marcel seem very close.
Marcel's my family.
And yet Marcel is someone who delights in harming the witches. Those people, I would think you would consider family. This doesn't trouble you?
So I left before they could get it. Now they're running out of time. Because after the harvest comes the reaping. And if they don't complete the harvest, there won't be a reaping. Soon, all the witches in the quarter will start to lose their
So that's why Marcel wants you here, so that you
Eventually,
don't get
they'll cease
powers.
to be witches altogether. I have to die.
That's why Marcel wants you. He doesn't want. I mean, he doesn't want you to die just so. Marcel doesn't want you to die because he doesn't want the witches to get power. Whether he cares about you or not, that's irrelevant because he doesn't want you to die just so that witches don't get powers. Like I said 3 times.
the hell?
You're going out there anyway, aren't you? I want to go with you.
No thanks. Already got assaulted by class this morning. Don't need a repeat.
What if whatever is responsible?
What if they're
for all
linked?
those
So
dead
now
witches is still
Sophia's
out
gonna
there?
get
We've already
pregnant.
established that it likes me and hates witches, so you'll be safer with me.
Nah, maybe I don't think that's how it works.
Sorry if I'm not buying your sudden concern for my safety.
What is all that dreadful hillbilly ruckus in the background?
According to the dreadful signage, it's Big Oggy's Bayou Bar.
Well,
Eh.
order up a few rounds of moonshine and steer clear of the dead witches for a few. The witch is on a burial mission, your baby mama is on a spirit quest, and I'm keeping Elijah's promise to keep her safe, so stall, please.
You never answer, do you?
Why are you so curious about Davina?
If I had a 16-year-old all-powerful witch at my beck and call, you would wonder about her too.
You're never gonna get her.
Okay.
That might surprise you. This was 8 months ago, before I banned the witches from using magic. Relations
Why did you
between
ban them, though?
vampires and witches weren't what you call friendly by
Oh.
any means, but let's just say we were a little less divided. In fact, some of us were getting along just fine. What, little old me?
You're a dick.
He's too arrogant.
You always stir it up with the witches. Which is why this stays between us.
She went to her priest.
You've never cared about witch business, Sophie. And now you have the gall to reveal our private dealings to an outsider.
You have to find another way.
Here's a
But
church.
if we do this lightly, the vampire presence in the
Well,
quarter.
there's a lot of
is stronger.
history.
We need more power to fight them off. Harsh times call for harsh measure.
Just like we have with you all. Protect the locals, protect our homes. We look the other way. What you are planning goes too far. Do you really want to face Marcel without me? Because that is what you'll be dealing with.
Maybe that's why he goes out of town.
The harvest.
Everything okay in your Uncle Kieran?
That's
just
that's
finishing,
the
Sean.
brother,
Right?
the twin.
I believe I've made myself clear.
How's that a twin? He looks like
take this matter
10
to
years
the
younger than her.
elders.
Oh, are you like
The witches were
Put a
furious
spell on
with
him.
Kieran.
Is he?
Sophie tells me that the witches put a hex on his nephew Sean.
That's why he
Made
went
it
crazy.
seem like he was slowly losing his mind in order to distract Kieran.
That's what
while they kept
happened.
planning for the harvest.
The witch did that. Oh, the witches aren't good.
Kieran's nephew.
They said they'd put us 4 girls in a state of like peaceful limbo as part of the offering. And then later at the reaping, we'd awaken and be reborn. I never got as far as the limbo part, which means the harvest is incomplete. That's why the witches are so freaked out. The reaping's just around the corner, and if they don't finish it before then, it's over. He doesn't know about any of this witch stuff. He's normal. My best friend, Monique. She was a part of the harvest too.
Did she die?
The only one who ever spoke out against the harvest was Monique's aunt.
And who is
Sophie Devereaux?
Sophie Devereaux.
Oh, that's it. Everyone's connected. So Monique is the niece of Sophie Devereaux. Was it Devereaux or Devereaux? Is it with a B or a V?
So this harvest thingy, tell me more.
Class said to wait.
Yes, he also said to stay out of the bayou, and yet here we are, amongst the cruelly buzzy creatures.
We're here.
Wow, there's definitely a wolf. I think.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Now that we've established that I am a failure as a sister, and a friend, and an original, you should probably know he's on his way to Marcel right now to rat me out. Skinny guy in a hurry. Looks like he saw a ghost.
I'll handle it.
Not even my own mother. So neither did I. We thought it was such an honor. We had such faith. We were so stupid.
So how did it begin?
We were let out like princesses. My mother was so proud.
Our magic fades as our ties to our ancestors weaken over time.
Water to heal the community. Wind to carry us to our ancestors and back.
Like Avatar.
Fire to purify. And it was just like we rehearsed it. All that was left was a little cut on our palms for the blood sacrifice.
Okay. Thought it was daytime when you were doing this.
No! Stop! Bastiana, stop!
Oh.
You have to stop, Bastiana! Please don't do this!
Even
Really?
after Sophie tried to stop it, we didn't suspect anything.
Nope, not the palm. It's not the palm. Yep. Oh, it's the neck. Yep. Wow.
They weren't putting us to sleep, they were slaughtering us.
And Marcel came. Bet Marcel came. Oh, Monique.
But no one did.
Yet you survived. Therefore, someone or something intervened.
Marcel.
Yes.
They're trying to get Marcel to be the good guy in this episode,
Someone
aren't they?
finally did. Run away! Run away!
There we go. I'm on the vampire side for this episode. I am.
Kieran knew every detail from Sophie.
But then now it seems like Sophie
After
hates
Sophie's
you now.
massacre in the church, he was so torn up. He left town just before the harvest. But on his way out, he came to me and he asked me to stop the harvest.
There's that skinny guy. Ooh. Man, these witches, I don't like these witches. I haven't liked these witches at all.
She didn't just go along to the slaughter, you know?
I do. Marcellus.
Marcellus? That's your boy
Like
name.
she and I, we were kindred spirits.
But then Marcel goes around and kills your sister. Like, how did that even happen? Like, how does that escalate in 8 months? Oh, was trying to bring her back?
The harvest was actually working.
Something was working. And I knew that I was supposed to be killed so the harvest could be completed and we would all be resurrected. But they lied to us about how they were killing us. How do I know they weren't lying to us about coming back? Marcel saved my life.
And he took her.
You're quite the knight in shining armor. Though Davina must realize you owe her as much as she owes you. You never could have banned the witches from using magic without her.
I haven't seen him this slushy since the 20s.
So you came to take him home?
Why else would I be here?
I don't know. Maybe to make sure I didn't get too drunk and spill secrets better left unspilled about you and me.
Amazing how gullible some people can be.
He's gonna come back. The way they killed him, though, it was like, keep picking that thing up like you're gonna play it.
You may return this now to its rightful owner. It's restored.
Oh, you fixed it. Yeah, but the rightful owner doesn't know she exists. She doesn't know she's here right now.
She left behind her grimoire as a legacy of books filled with spells.
Grimoire, that's what it is. That was a Vampire Diaries. I forgot what the book was called.
You might need to control your magic. If you free me from here, I can share them with
It was
you.
Bonnie's funeral scene. I was like, what's that book there with the grimoire?
However, if you leave now with Marcel, we'll never see each other again.
It's filthy in there. Where'd he go?
Oh?
He didn't tell you he was leaving.
Oh.
Do you think he realized we were stalling him?
What's happening?
I don't know. Something's wrong.
She's tricking him. Oh.
There's something dangerous.
Maybe not.
Take me back.
Maybe she is. I don't know.
Damn it.
Man, that doesn't show that you're gone though. Like, they're coming right back up unless you want to speed right through them. Oh, okay. It's like a flashback.
No one's gonna look for you here. It's only for a little while. Till I can get you out of town and someplace safe.
It's been 8 months.
For now, I can get you whatever you want.
See, now you're starting to, I don't know if I should have made them pay. Now you're starting to regret. Trying to second guess and regret yourself. Elijah.
I'm pleased you stayed.
You just gonna leave her up there for anybody to find?
I'm not in the mood, Kieran.
You were supposed to get her out of New Orleans after the harvest. We failed those other 3 girls. We didn't fail her. That is why I came to you for help. That was the plan.
He's about to kill you.
Especially after you find out how
Hope you
powerful
drink in Ravine.
And you don't want to make an enemy of me.
Wow.
So, I would suggest one thing. Stay away from my niece.
Fine. Who the hell's your niece?
Cammy.
Oh yeah, that is his niece. Yeah, I knew that. Like, who's your niece? But yeah.
You will not take Davina from me. End of story.
An immutable law of nature,
You're just standing like
is the
that.
strong always take from the weak.
Oh, if you were so strong, you wouldn't have run away from New Orleans like a little bitch all those years ago.
Oh! Who's that? It's Elijah.
Do forgive me, Marcel.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
want us to teach my brother a lesson.
Do forgive me.
It's me.
There we go. Okay, but I don't need Elijah and Klaus fighting though. There we go. He's back. All I wanna do is come running home to you. Come running home to you.
I don't care if we have to get you a leash. That was your last trip to
Leash.
the bayou. What is it with you and those wolves, anyway?
I feel like we're connected somehow.
If you ask me, family's a pain in the behind. And as for being in it alone, how dare you? I don't ruin a perfectly fabulous pair of boots traipsing through the bayou for just anyone. You're safe.
Aww. Klaus is the overlooked
Now that you're home,
brother.
it's your first place
Look
to
at their
tell
looks they
us.
gave each other.
Excuse me.
Where's it going?
He has a connection with what's her name? I don't even mind. I like them, to be honest, like just together, because I do like Klaus and what's her name, Camille together.
Don't make promises you can't keep.
Wow.
Welcome home.
Always and forever. First episode's always and forever.
Everything that brought us here to New Orleans was a lie.
Oh, we got the whole group. Got the whole group. Look at him not in a suit. Like he's never not in a suit.
This war between vampires and witches.
Now that Marcel has Davina, how are we even supposed to find her? If we don't finish the harvest, Monique and those two other girls are dead for real.
You and I are gonna find a way to get Monique back. It'll be our little secret. We'll do it together. We'll seal off the cemetery from the vampires, find Davina, stop Marcel, and finish the ritual once and for all.
We thought we'd come here to wage a war for power. This is about family.
Wow.
In order to return her niece to life, Sophie Devereaux will fight to the death.
So we gotta beware of Sophie Devereaux or something? We just gotta beware of everybody. With this show, we gotta beware of everybody. I'm so glad Elijah's back. I'm really glad Elijah's back. Next episode's called Fruit of the Poison Tree. Okay, see what's gonna go on there. But Elijah's like the first episode. Elijah was the star of the entire first episode. Like it was like for the backdoor pilot, season 4, episode 20 of Vampire Diaries. We saw Klaus's point of view of the pilot. But with the original season 1, episode 1, Always and Forever, we saw Elijah's point of view, and he commanded that entire episode, especially his quote of it, like, before pride, before ego, before blah blah blah, in this man before me, someone I could hardly even recognize as my own brother. Like that was one of the that was a great monologue. I'm really loving this whole backstory. I'm really loving the whole, Father Kieran and that his uncle to Camille and his nephew was the one who caused the massacre, but his nephew was affected by the witches to cause that massacre because Father Kieran said that he was the only alliance that the witches have. The witches, I don't like the witches. I don't like them, especially the old school witches. Like I barely even like Sophie. Like I barely like Sophie. Davina's okay. I just don't like the witches. The only witch I like is Bonnie and Graham's. Those were the only witches I liked. I don't like the witches. They seem very much like it's them or nobody. Like they turned away from their only alliance, Father Kieran. Like it just seems like they don't like. The thing is, like, I don't even like at this point I don't even care that they're being controlled by Marcel. I mean, I'd rather the witches mind their own business and the vampires mind their own business. But at this point, I did like Marcel. Like Marcel was valid in this episode. I will say that Marcel, like, Marcel was valid. I don't like Marcel, but he was very valid in doing what he did in this episode. You know, he saved Davina. You know, I don't want anyone dying that doesn't deserve to die. So Marcel was in the right. I would say that. I'm not exactly sure what Haley's baby has anything to do with. See, there's some witches I think that the baby will bring death to the witches, but Jane Ann and Sophie, Jane Ann risked her life for the baby, and so the baby's gonna bring something good, as well as what they think. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not sure. Sorry if you hear any feedback. Yeah, anyway, gotta keep watching. It's only episode 5. It's only episode 5. I'm glad we got Elijah back though. Wonder what we're gonna. I'm a little nervous because like the thing with Vampire Diaries, there's always been like thousands of stories going in at once. The thing with this is kind of like one story we're doing, so I'm kind of nervous that it's like 22 episodes. I feel like there's gonna be some filler. But the thing with Vampire Diaries and the originals is that the episodes are slow. Like they're good, but the episodes are slow where they'll drop a nugget. They'll drop one little detail in each episode that will eventually lead on to the main story. Because the thing I like about Vampire Diaries is that it's like you watch the episodes and you kind of just get a bunch of different stories of the characters. It's like a soap opera, but better. Anyway, I'm gonna end this video here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.